So we're going to be continuing the series of the 7 essential pillars to living and loving your dope life. And today's episode, we're going to be touching base on the next 3 pillars because these 3 pillars kind of all coincide together. So I figured I'd just put them all in one episode. And those 3 pillars are: it's cool to put yourself first, yourself some love, being you is beautiful. So as always, y'all, hey, yo, let's get right into it. Sometimes, when it comes towards putting you first, some people may think that you're being selfish by doing it. Some people may think that you are... Yeah, the first thing is some people around you that are normally used to you putting them first or putting the environment first will suddenly try to bash you for taking care of yourself. But I truly believe this, though. I'd rather take care of me before I'm told by a doctor with a prescription to take care of me. And I'm noticing a trend where a lot of us are dealing with stress related issues. You know what I'm saying? Like, not everything is stress related, but a lot of people that I know around me or just clients that I've spoken to and worked with, they tell me like, yo, like I've gone through moments of like stress, moments of where I'm noticing my body is taking, like it's reacting from said stress. So I put myself first, I put boundaries down, and of course it's upsetting a lot of people along the way. But why is that? Of course it's upsetting a lot of people. I think people need to really understand that if another person's putting themselves first, that you could do the same. There's nothing wrong with you putting yourself at the top of your list, the top part of your life. And I'm even speaking to women specifically, where we're kind of taught that our badge of honor and loyalty is through servitude, when that's not even the case. Your badge of honor and loyalty is to yourself. If you don't take care of you, none of the stuff that, let's say, society expects you to take care of, quote unquote, I don't really believe in all of it, because I don't think there's just generals. Anyone could do anything, you feel me? If you're not taking care of yourself, how are you going to take care of your list of responsibilities? And it's okay to delegate. It's okay to put things to the side for the next day. I know like most households, I'd say, like at least in my household growing up, Saturday is cleaning day. And now my Saturdays are somewhat that, but I lounge in my bed for an extra hour. But you know what I'm saying? Or on a Sunday, particularly Sundays are my off days. I have no sessions, no nothing. I'm chilling. And that's a boundary and a non-negotiable I've set with myself. Like, hey, Sundays, we off. We taking care of us. Sundays is, rest day. It's recalibration day. It's reflection day. That's a moment we just got to take care of oneself. So yeah, it's absolutely fine and cool for you to take care of you. Despite of what society may, try to put into your head, although it has changed over the years, thank God, thank heavens for that. Now we are starting to recalibrate how we think. We're starting to really change the narrative of we have to do and allow ourselves to be in our feminine energy. Because obviously we know, like, maybe not. Masculine energy is more of like you're doing, you're delegating, you're getting things done. Feminine energy is allowing you to do stuff like rest. And this is not like a male or female thing. We all have masculine and feminine energy, right? It's just allowing yourself to tap into that feminine energy just a bit more. Taking care of oneself, prioritizing oneself. And I know the reason why that pillar is called It's Cool. It came up to more of me when I used to talk to myself. Hey, yo. It's cool to put yourself first. And that was like my mirror work. I would literally be like, before you even think that putting yourself first is you being selfish, hey, yo, it's cool to put yourself first. Ain't nothing wrong with you allowing yourself to be at the top of your list for a while. You know what I'm saying? Or always. You know what I mean? I'm speaking on behalf of if you have responsibilities like dependents. Sometimes I understand there's like but even then, you could still put yourself first because you're setting an example for those dependents to do the exact same thing. I've learned more from my parents being retired than I did when they were working. Not saying I didn't learn nothing from them when they were working, hear me out. The reason why I say I've learned more from them while they've been retired is because they're telling me at 30 something, telling my brother at almost 40, telling my sister almost 50, hey, yo, Don't make the same mistakes we did. Take your vacations, travel, take care of yourself, be in peace, sit in silence, go with nature, do the things that you like, fuel your passions. You know what I'm saying? Set those boundaries. Tell people no. They're telling us this now in retirement. They're 71 now and 77. So they're telling me in my younger age, you know, how many years advanced I have now, because they're saying, yo, don't make the same mistakes we did. Take your time off. You got benefits, make sure you use them. I can't tell you how many times my mom been telling me that. She said, because when you retire, you may not have them, depending. You know what I'm saying? Oh, like, she's like, hey, you have a pension? Bet. You have a savings account? Bet. Make sure that you're allocating your money this way. I've learned more from them, and a lot of it is by putting myself first. They're married, but each of them have showed me in a way of how they put themselves first, and still married for 40 plus years, but they've explained to me individually how I could put myself first. And over the last couple of years, I would say last like 6 years, they've really like embedded in my brain, like, hey, yo, it's cool. It's not horrible to put yourself at the top of the list. It's not horrible to prioritize yourself, your mental health, your body, your spirit. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with you fueling your passions. And it's cool for you to do it. And I've learned that from them more and more, like how important it is to prioritize yourself now so that you can still be even more functioning later. That is one of the things that I think we need to really take into account. I know a lot of us are chasing and we're just trying to survive in so many ways, right? It's literally almost like a doggy world. It's the world that we live in is not even interesting. It's chaotic to many. It's chaotic. I'm even trying to figure out the words and I can't find it. And in the midst of all of that, somehow you got to find your peace. Somehow you got to find a way to put yourself first. It ain't easy. It does take a lot of practice. It does take a lot of patience. But at the same time, if you could look at how the world is, it's necessary more than you think. So I want to ask you, as we go on to the next pillar, what is one way right now, right at this moment, that you could think of the top of your head, how you could put yourself first? And if you have a tough time thinking about it, if you were a friend looking in, what would one of your friends say to you right now? One of your close peoples, not even a friend, just a close person would say to you right now, you know what? I see you lacking this in yourself, of taking care of yourself, of putting yourself first. And this is what I would improve. All right, so we're going on to the next pillar, which is show yourself some love. And I guess like self-love has become one of those things where it's everywhere. It's literally everywhere. It went from not really being existing in this world to like it's existing. Because the reason why I added self-love to my 7 pillars of living and loving a dope life is because it's essential. But moreover, I think it's bigger than that. Sometimes we think self-love is we gotta have money. We gotta have some type of money in order to give yourself self-love. You don't. In any way, shape, or form, self-love is literally free. You don't actually have to add a tagline to it or an amount to it. And I'm gonna give you a few ways of how sometimes I just give myself self-love. All right, as an entrepreneur, an employee, a partner, a daughter, a sister. I got titles. But I always make sure, like, okay, I gotta put myself first. So it could start off with something as simple as you allowing, like I said before in the last pillar, you allow yourself to sleep in an extra hour on like your day off, whatever that is. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Allow yourself to chill. You can literally get up that same hour, read a book, have a coffee, one of our mugs. Check out livingdope.ca. All right, one of our many mugs. You can have a coffee or tea, play some, I don't know, whatever music you like. You can have a dance party inside your kitchen. You could just read a book, catch up on journaling, call a friend, have an accountability, whatever. All that stuff's free, man. All that stuff is free. Yes, you probably have paid for the coffee, and yes, I added a little plug in my mug there, but You don't even have, you have so many, you could boil hot water and just chill with some lime inside. Like there's ways you could do it. You can stand and look outside of your window just for like 10 minutes and sit in silence. And if you have people around you that are being loud and stuff like that, you can leave the house, or you can get up earlier, or you can do it at a different time. You feel me? Self-love doesn't just have to be in the morning. You could do it throughout your day. In fact, I highly suggest you do it throughout your day. I highly suggest that. Now, in terms of, let's say, like, I'm going to give you, like, a lot of people, they talk about going to the spa, you know, retail therapy. I'm going to give you a couple of ways of how I learned how to do self-love. And maybe you could think about it differently as well. If you're talking about the terms of, like, paying for things, if you don't like to do laundry, I'm not there yet, but I'm going to get there soon. You could pay someone to do your laundry. That is self-love. If you, one day you don't feel like cooking, or like you're just like, yo, I just don't feel like cooking today. I rather don't feel like washing the damn dish. Order yourself some grub. That is self-love. That's self-love, believe it or not. If you decide, let's say you are living a busy lifestyle, you don't have time to clean your apartment, or straight up you could afford to have someone come and clean it once a week, but because you just don't want to. I'm just saying, like, everyone has their own reasons, you feel me? That is self-love. Self-love is not just getting your nails and hair done, or like going to you can go to a sports game, whatever, you know, going to the pool hall, you could join like a sports team. The point is allowing yourself to put yourself first. You feel me? Kind of going back to the last pillar. This is why I did all three of them in this episode, because they all kind of intertwine. Self-love is like an essential piece of you taking care of yourself. But I want to just really edge in the fact that self-love is not something you always got to spend money on. And to go deeper on the self-love, check out this episode right here as I dive into it far, far more. It allows you to gain some insights and practical tips that you can use even more. We're just kind of like going over the pillars so you have an idea. If you're just starting on your healing journey, self-development, personal growth, you know, kind of know like what pillars you can use, or you can work with me and we can work together, and I help you hold yourself accountable throughout your journey. The Dope Life program can help guide you to live and love your dope life. We offer one-on-one sessions virtually in Canada and the US. As your coach, I can help you build your confidence and self-esteem, work-life transitions, organizing your time and setting priorities for your personal professional life, stress management tips, mindset shifts, working through those moments of feeling stuck in life, supporting you in setting and achieving personal and professional goals. Visit our website at www.dopelifecoach.com to schedule your complimentary call today. And follow us on Instagram and TikTok. And the last pillar that we're going to be talking about today is being you is beautiful. Being you is absolutely beautiful. And it kind of goes back to like being your authentic self. But when I say like being you is beautiful, instead of you trying to be somebody else, just be yourself. Instead of you trying to be someone's check on their list, just be you. Be you. We got enough people copying in this world of different formats of the same thing, like same photocopy. But we need you to be yourself. Your energy alone of you being you is so damn beautiful that there's people that probably gravitate to you right now. And it's not because of who you portray, it's more of who you just are. Being you is such an important role in living and loving your dope life, because it allows you to just be yourself and allow your peace to reign. It allows that joy to come in. It allows you to feel the sun, if I could say, and feel the earth between your feet. Sounds weird, but it just allows you to be present, allows you to just be. It allows you to just be. And I don't know how to describe that sense of peace except that it's peaceful and you feel within yourself. Of when you're allowing yourself to be you, you're allowing yourself to be confident. You're allowing yourself to get out of survival mode. You're allowing yourself to set those boundaries. You're allowing your authentic self to come up. Yourself to be to stand on feeling deserving, because we're all deserving. But when you allow yourself to be like being yourself, you're allowing yourself to just stand on it. The pillars that we're talking about today, it's cool to put yourself first, show yourself some love, and being you is beautiful. All kind of work intertwined. The more that you stand on these pillars, the higher up you will be. All right, y'all. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. As always, go ahead, screenshot this episode, plop it into your IG or TikTok story or even your YouTube story. Tag us in it at Dope Life Coach _ on Instagram, at Dope Life Coach on TikTok, and at the Dope Life Podcast on YouTube. We greatly appreciate it. Again, we're trying to reach our podcast out to dope individuals just like yourself. And I will see you next week as we continue the series. Next week's episode will be meeting yourself where you are at. Can't wait to see you there. Y'all have a dope week. And as always, walk with peace and walk with love.